Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. As always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I don't know what I'd do without you guys. But misery loves company. And we've just got some bad, bad, bad news. Sean Lee is not expected to play this week in what may be the biggest game of the season for our Dallas Cowboys. And unfortunately, we don't have a plan B. I know it's just one guy, but basically, Sean Lee on the field 2 games before yesterday that he wasn't on. The 2 games he didn't play. We gave 163 yards on the ground. The games that he played in, we only averaged 83. So literally, teams are getting twice the production on the ground when Sean Lee's not there. That's big. We saw how our defense was playing the first quarter where we held Atlanta to 3 points. We had stuffed the run. They couldn't run the ball without, getting more. I mean, they just couldn't run the ball. I'm so flustered I can't even talk straight right now. Once Sean Lee went out, totally different defense. That's when Jalen Smith gets exposed because Jalen Smith, hey, he's putting everything he's got on the line out there every single play. God bless him. But he's not Sean Lee. He can't change direction very good right now, and he can't backpedal, so he's a liability in coverage. He is, if you have a blitz package or you say get to that point and he can focus on doing that, he's great. But if you're talking about a linebacker that's got to figure out what holes the ball's going through and making the move there and coming with force, if you're talking about covering a guy who's coming across the middle in the slot, can't do it. And this has been the problem for our Cowboys for a while. We never have a plan B. We never plan for these things that seem to always happen. Going into 2015, you had your Stallions, you had your offensive line, but Tony Romo had a history of being injured that you needed to have a competent backup because the chances were that Tony Romo wouldn't make it through. You went into this season with Sean Lee, who's had an injury past history, although not so much the last 2 years. And you were relying on a guy who's coming back from an injury from college who hadn't played. You got to address this. You've got to have stuff. You got to have extra bullets in the chamber. You can't just have one. And you're going against the whole legion with one bullet. It's going to be a tough one, guys. This one is going to be a tough one. I'm not giving up hope, but I don't have a panic button, but if I did, I might be pushing it right now. So again, Sean Lee looks to be out for this week, and who knows for how much longer. That ain't good. We'll definitely be talking about that tonight on the live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. Oh, boy. I'm Mark Holmes, and at this point, I'm ready to steal Joe Boo's room.